Transposing a formula. If we have a formula that has multiply and divide functions only, for example the Ohm's Law formula, where in this case I is equal to V over R, if we knew I and V and wanted to find R, how do we change the subject around to make R the subject of that formula? And also if we have P is equal to VI, power is equal to voltage times current, and we knew the current and the power and wanted to work out the voltage, how do we change that formula around? When stuck on how to transpose a formula, it's often quite good to go back to a simple formula that we do know. For example, 12 is equal to 3 times 4. We also know that 4 is equal to 12 divided by 3, and that 3 is equal to 12 divided by 4. And we can see that this formula, 4 is equal to 12 divided by 3, is similar to this formula. In fact, the same layout as this formula here. And so we look at this formula and how to transpose it. In this case, we want to find out what 3 is. What we can do with an equation is if we do one thing to one side of the equation, we can do the same thing to the other side and the equation stays balanced. So in this case, we're going to multiply both sides of our equation by 3. And we know that 3 over 3 is equal to 1, and 12 times 1 is 12, so that those two 3's cancel each other out. And so we're left with 4 times 3 is equal to 12. Now we don't want to know what 4 times 3 is, we want to know what just 3 is. So to get the 4 from the left hand side to the right hand side, we can now divide both sides by 4, and these two 4's once again cancel each other out because 4 over 4 is 1, and 1 times 3 is 3. And so we're left with 3 is equal to 12 over 4, and there's our answer. And we can know that that's true from our basic equation. So using that understanding, let's look at this equation where P is equal to V times I, and what is V? We can do the same thing as we've just done here. We want to get the I away from the V, so we'll divide both sides of our equation by I, and the two I's cancel each other out, and we're left with P over I is equal to V. However, under normal mathematical conventions, our unknown goes on the left and our known values go on the right. So we just rearrange our formula without changing the layout at all. Another example may be if I is equal to V over R, then how do we change it to make V the subject? Once again, we want to get the V and the R separated, so we want to get the R away from the V. And to do that, we can multiply both sides by R and the equation stays the same, and the two R's here cancel each other out, so I'm left with I times R is equal to V. And once again we want to find out what V is, so we just move the equation around to make V the subject. So here is two examples for you to try. If A is equal to B times C, what is C? And if X is equal to Y divided by Z, what is Z equal to? And stop the video here because the next slide gives you the answers. And here are the answers. I hope you got these, that C is equal to A over B and Y is equal to Z times X, or X times Z. Well done if you got those right.